In the previous video, we made our post request, we made a database interface with a post data function that sends our server data to our database. Then once it's done everything, we simply return 999 if it's good and -1 if it failed. And we return that simply in the post request. So I want to show you an example of something real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and launch it. Currently have no entries. And I'm using the server ID 4. When I go to send it, I get 999 and it shows up in the database. But if I send it again, it fails and does not show. Even if I change, another parameter so it's not the same, it's going to return -1 until I change the server ID. And then it succeeds again. So let me delete these. So they always had to have a unique ID for them to essentially function. So we're going to generate a random server ID up here when we go to add the parameter. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a new random. So random equals new random. And because this is a REST server, we don't really need to pass any sort of seed into this. So we're going to do int server ID equals random dot next. Then if we scroll down, we have 3 overloads. So this is a completely random. This is between a 0 and a max value. This is with a minimum value and a max value. So I'm going to go between 1 and a max value. So if we look over here, the maximum size for an integer is 2.1 million and then some. So we're going to do just 2 million even. So 2. Did I count that right? Wait, 100,000 and 3 more. All right. So we now have a value between 1 and 2 million. So I'm going to take that server ID and I want to push it right into here. And then I'm going to make it return the server ID. And let's give it a try. So it should every time we create a server, it should give it a unique ID and return that back to the user. So I can just leave this at 0 if I want. And this is what it returned first, second, third, fourth, and so on. If I refresh, I have a bunch of these entries with the unique server IDs. So this is going to be our identifier for whenever we try to, do things like take down the server or update the server information, like the server name, map name, current, and max players. So hopefully you learned something here, and I will see you in the next one when we expand even further on this.